you don't know where your help is coming from always. You don't, you want to call this person your family, or you would expect this side of the family or this person to help. You're going to have to build your community. Hey guys, welcome back to Is It Tuesday podcast. I'm Cris Cavallari. One thing for sure, this thing in my face, I just can't, I can't figure out, still figuring out the whole thing. My whole life in these last few months have been about decluttering, rearranging, letting go of. And even this, I'm like, still trying to get used to the newness. I almost left early today. It is Tuesday. But see, I almost left early to do things that I need to do, just quick errands before I have to pick Goliath up from school. Basketball is about to start. So this will be his second year playing basketball for his school. And right now he's doing dance on Monday, etiquette and ballroom dancing. He's doing that with his little best friend. And it's really amazing to see. It's really amazing to see all the things. To be able to slow down and really see, right? And I debated, I use my phone a lot. When I'm feeling how I'm feeling, I just pull out my phone real quick and I do a voice note just to remind myself of what I want to talk about. Or, I may ask a question on my Instagram, Is It Tuesday's Instagram, hey, what's some topics? And the topic that just keeps coming up, and I'm starting to realize I'm not going to be able to get away from this topic. No matter how much I let it go, how much I heal from it, how much I accept it, most importantly. This is going to be a conversation that is continuous in my life because it is a huge part of my life. And I feel like I'm obligated to walk you through. I feel like a lot of the things that I'm experiencing or that I've gotten through are things I've had to go through them. First of all, it's in my contract. I had to go through these things just like you have to go through these things. But now that I have a better understanding of why I go, why I'm going through the things I'm going through, is so I can teach others. So I can, I just know. And no matter how much I try to think of other things, I'm it always goes back to this. It's a huge part of my life. But we're in basketball, we're in dance, and we're in this. And I'm so grateful to have built my own community, my own village of support. A few weeks ago, I let you guys know I got a nanny. And she's been very helpful. And her schedule changed because she has things, school and things like that, work, whatever. But it's cool because every day, all the days is the same. After a certain age, Tuesday is Saturday, Saturday is Monday. It doesn't matter. We're adults here. So does it ever stop? No. Can it slow down? Can you pick and choose? That's the joy of it for me. Every day is Tuesday. It's so crazy because when I first started this podcast, it literally was about me getting that break. It was about me getting a break from doing all the things. Especially that long week. And it's just okay, he's going now. Now, like I said before, my schedule has changed multiple times. So at this point, I'm a pro with adapting to schedule changes. If it doesn't work out, if it's this, if it's that, it doesn't matter. It's going to get done. It's always getting done. And any detour is a great thing because it's leading you to a different path. It's leading you to something else you were supposed to see at that moment. But I want to talk about building. Look, my phone was going off. It's so funny. I want to talk about the community that I've built unbeknownst to me. and my phone may go off because I'm waiting for these packages to get picked up. That's what I'm telling you. There's not enough time in the day, so they say, but you have to utilize your time properly. You have to, prioritize some things. Like today, I knew what I was working on. Tomorrow, I know what I'm working on. Thursday, the nanny will be there a little bit later. So I'll be able to work later and get this done and get that done and get ready for the pop-up and get ready for this and get ready for this. It's just, it's a beautiful thing to see. So anyway, all of these amazing things, Goliaths and Dance, he is about to start back up basketball. We went to Houston to our first Houston Rockets game, and it was amazing. He had a blast. One thing I really am proud of myself for is just getting myself to a position where I can support his dreams. Like I can, and not overly doing things, because I'm going to talk about that too, because some of us, we do that. We overly compensate for the lack of whatever else is going on, right? I did that in the beginning. I did that going to Target every other day, buying him a toy every time we went in the store. But now that he's older, we talk about experiences. We talk about going to other states and other countries for this and that. And it's just not about consuming items, right? But anyways, so Kelsey's there Thursday, and she's out back in our backyard and they're playing basketball. He has a basketball situation, a court now. So they're playing and she texts me and she's like, hey, he's really good. Like she's like, there's no way he's making every shot. I'm like, no, it's in his DNA. Like it's in his blood, right? And she's like, he told me he was playing basketball for school this year again, and please send me his schedule. Like, I would love to come to his games. And it just made me smile because she's not just invested in, caring for him while I'm working or have an event or something to do. She wants to come and cheerlead for him. And I just smiled and I finished up doing my errands and all the things that I needed to do. This was after work. So before I got home, I intentionally said, you know what, I'm going to leave the studio at this time so I still have time to go to the gym. I am really being like, Crystal, let's go. Like, we have a lot to do. That doesn't mean to get down and out about it. That means stick to the script. Like, write it down, stick to the script, put it in your phone, whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. Gym closes at this time. I'm going to leave at this time. She's there until 9:30. I'm going to go, leave here at this time, get to the gym. I'm mapping it out. And I got to the gym and they were closing within 40 minutes or something. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do the sauna. I'm going to sweat it out. I'm going to detox it out, right? So I get there. And I'm in a sauna, and I get my full time. Now, I still had 30 minutes before I had to get home. And I was going to stop and do this, real quick, get gas, little shit. And I get a text message from the nanny again. I want to read it because I don't want to misquote it. The way that God has been working it out in my life, y'all, and like I said, although we're not currently... Honestly, it comes up here and there, but not as often, right? But this is why I speak so freely about what I'm going through with the people that are in my life, that I'm in community with, because they need to have an understanding, right? So, she's so sweet. I'm going to have to go from the beginning. This is at 6 p.m. He's getting in the bath now. We played basketball outside and he came in and did his homework. I'm like, perfect, thank you. Question. Oh, then I asked her what size she wore because I know she works out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, close the blinds, blah, blah, blah. all that stuff. But before that, she said, this boy is a star. What? He makes all the shots when he's playing basketball. He told me he'll be playing basketball for his school. You'll have to send me his schedule if he does so I can come and watch. I said, yes, he is. Heart. I definitely will send it. Then she said, he's getting in the tub, did his homework. And that was at 6 o'clock. 7:30. What time, was he, supposed to get in bed tonight? Tell her what time, da da da. All right, he brushes teeth, he's in bed. On time. I said, okay, just left the Y, headed home shortly. This is where I'm driving home and I feel good. I just got out the sauna. My son had a great day with her. School was great. His homework's done. Everything's done. Here's a text message. Just warning you, he came downstairs crying and really upset. He said he was writing in his notebook and he found a note that he had written to his dad. He's sitting on the couch with me now. I sent a sad face. I said, I'll be there in a few. She said, I didn't want to pry or ask any questions. I just told him I haven't seen my dad in a while either. And that's why that's why mommies are everyone's best friend. I just said, thank you. When I got home, hold on, let me tell him. This is going to be short because I have to deliver these packages, but she's been with us for a few months now, and I haven't told her about all the things that are going on in my personal life because it wasn't time yet. And not even that it wasn't time. I don't want to give something so much energy that I got to let it rest in peace until I have to give maybe a summary, but I don't have to dig deep. I don't have to go far. I don't have to, just make this thing more than, anyway, I don't have to go so deep. I don't want to dig so deep on a scab it starts bleeding again, I know that what he's feeling. I know how he feels. I'm happy that he is comfortable enough to express his feelings because before he would cry and just say he misses his fish. He had a fish, it died. You get a little goldfish, they don't live that long. Their life expectancy is like 2 days. But that's what he would say instead of saying what he was feeling. So when I got home, I sent him, I said goodnight to him, went back downstairs, spoke with her, and I gave her a quick summary. This is what he's been dealing with on and off since he was 3 years old. The inconsistencies, the this, the that, it got good. Then it went back to another year. We are now at month, whatever, 7, 6, I don't know. But he's okay now, but now he's starting to express how he's upset. And she talked to me about her mom and her her parent situation. And, we hugged and she left. And she texted me like, thank you so much for sharing that part, of your family with me. And I was like, hey, I really appreciate you. You're a huge part of our community. This is why I, needed this extra help so I can get my work done. I am the only one that's financially responsible for him. I've always been. I've never received any financial assistance, maybe $50 here and there when he was 1, maybe 2. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe about 2. So I just thanked her. You don't know where your help is coming from always. You don't, you want to call this person, your family, or you would expect this side of the family or this person to help. You're going to have to build your community and pray about it. And I'm so grateful to have this system in place now where I'm not missing one thing because of this. And that's really what a lot of people do. They try to put you in a jam. And you would think that because you're not financially helping, you would at least be there supporting and taking up that type of space and making sure, because that's all I've ever wanted. I've worked really hard to get myself here. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of my son. I'm very proud of the community that I've built. I'm proud to help other mothers. I am especially ecstatic that I have the support of his school, of his nanny, of his coaches, his barber. There's a ton of love around him. And I'm just grateful that he feels safe enough to speak about it. I know the deeper I get into, us just communicating, and, he's 7. They talk you got to give them time to get their feelings and thoughts and things together. And one thing I do, I let him talk to me. I don't talk to him about it. And it sounds strange, but I don't pry. Do you this? Do you miss that? I just let him, how do you feel today? I feel good. To hear my son, to see my son, from where we were last year and the year before, his confidence is up to here. His communication is beautiful. I'm just really grateful. I don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted to jump on real quick to say, don't be afraid to build a community outside of what you think your community is supposed to be, outside of your family. Like, you create a community. That is something that and baby, I'm going to be honest, all family ain't family. Those are your relatives. You have to build, family is who you make it. I'm going to talk more about this, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining me this week. I know it was short and sweet, but if you are thinking about, going outside of the normal of, oh, let me get my cousin, my sister to this, you may have to. And just thank God. Instead of complaining about it, I say, God, I thank you that I'm in a position that even though I don't have the help that I thought I would, I'm in a position to get the help that I really need, and the people that actually want to do the work and that are there to help. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next time.